I've spent the past year researching and testing the best high yield savings accounts out there. So let's go over the best ones I've identified so you don't have to waste your time or your hard earned money in an account that doesn't pay you anything. With all of this being said, let's get right into it. And let's keep in mind that all of the options that I'm about to share with you are FDIC insured for your peace of mind. And also, the accounts have no minimum deposits and no minimum balances to get started. By the way, if any of these options are for you, make sure that you use the link from the description to sign up today. Okay, so the first option I've identified is SoFi, and overall, this account will give you more money in your pocket. So the details behind this is right now they're offering up to 4.5% with direct deposit. That is, they are offering 0.7% additional to the baseline of 3.8%. That brings it to an overall 4.5 if you want to know the math behind it. So they offer this 4.5 up to 6 months or for 6 months. That is, once you set up your direct deposit, or another way to achieve this high APY, it's by signing up for the SoFi Plus membership, and that is a $10 a month membership that they offer. Now, if you want to know more about this, that is the bonus that they offer, and they are offering up to $300 if you set up direct deposit of $5,000 plus. If you have a direct deposit between $1,000 and $4,999, then they give you $50. So that right there, those are two big incentives to sign up with this organization nowadays in October 2025. Now, the pros that I've identified with this organization, that it's the high account opening bonus, the ATM access through checking, and lots of other services. They also provide investing for beginners. They got mortgages, loans. They got a ton of stuff. So essentially a financial hub if that's something that you are into. Now, the cons of this account is the fact that you do need to get direct deposit in order to get the full benefits of this organization, right? So there's also minimum deposit for bonus. So I want to say that this account is best for anybody who's looking for a new banking hub. Maybe you're looking for checking savings. You want to ditch your credit union and move on. Maybe also you want to dip your toes into investing, loans. You want to have everything in one place, including a high cash bonus. Then this account would be very good for that. Let me know your thoughts, by the way, what you think of this account. So here is the screenshot on what I was talking about, the 4.5%. In fact, this is actually one of the most popular accounts or most popular choices that I've seen with our partners at money.com. So here's all the other details that you got to know. They do offer FDIC insurance up to $3 million as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind with SoFi, by the way, is also that they do open an automatic checking account once you sign up with them. And that's the way that you get access with an ATM card through a checking. Now, with this being said, here's the bonus up to $300 and how they offer 4.5%. There's a couple of other features here, of course, of this organization. 2-day early paycheck if you sign up for their checking account, which you automatically do once you set up your checking account. And this is the plus 0.7% APY. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, guys, is that the interest rates are lowering. They are being decreased by the Federal Reserve. There are expectations that there will be more Fed cuts this year, which directly impacts high yield savings accounts. So nowadays, I think it's the best time to get the most out of these high interest rates. Now, this is the bonus, the screenshot for the bonus. All right, the second option that I have here for you guys is Barclays. Now, this account is actually a little bit more popular than I originally thought, and that is because I just ran into Barclays maybe less than a year ago, and it's a UK-based organization, but they do have business here. They're pretty big here when it comes to also banking and credit cards, specifically in the United States. So they are offering high yield savings accounts, and currently they offer a tier approach such that you get 4.1% if you have 250K plus. But if you don't, that's okay, because the next lower rate on their savings is 3.9%. So for everybody else like us, we will all qualify for that 3.9%, which is still pretty good out there. Now, they are running an offer of a $200 bonus if you have a $30,000 deposit plus. And the pros that I've identified with this organization is that relatively high APY. They offer a bunch of credit cards, CDs, loans as well, and a few other services available. And it's also got a long history, right? This account or this bank has been in business in the late 1600s. So it's based out of London in the UK. And yeah, they got a lot of reputation and stability over the last couple hundred years at this point. Now, the cons is that you can only access your money through transferring. So if you have a credit union or a third party organization, then the best way is for you to just transfer your money. They do not offer ATM access. And yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So just transferring your money. There's also no checking with this bank with this option. Now, the way I personally see this is best for anybody who's looking for a simple set it and forget it savings account with a nice high interest. So let me know what you think about Barclays, this organization that piques your mind. Here's a screenshot of up to 4.1% with the tier savings. And this is the bonus. Here's more details on the tiered approach, right? On the tier accounts. So 250K plus 4.1, and then everybody else basically, I guess, 3.9%. So that's pretty good in my personal opinion. Now, the third option I got for you guys is CIT Bank. They're currently offering two types of savings accounts. If you have $5,000 or more in your balance, then you do qualify for the Platinum Savings, and they are offering 3.85%. The next option is the 3.75% with no minimum balance required, and that is the Savings Connect. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that both of these accounts start at $100, and they are offering an account bonus nowadays, October 2025, $225 if you have $25,000 to start, and $300 if you got $50K deposit to start. So some of the pros with this organization, some quick highlights, is there's no special requirements with the Savings Connect, which is the lower tier, the 3.75%. It's also got a long history. It's a division of First Citizens Bank, founded in the late 1800s. And if you have this account, then you could also open a checking account with them. And then you will have Zelle integration, which makes transfers easier. If you want to pay somebody or if you're getting paid, then the money gets into your account more quickly. So that's huge. A lot of people love Zelle. I have mixed feelings about it, but a lot of people like it. So it is what it is. So with respect to cons, then you do need $5,000 to qualify for the higher interest, and you do need $100 to start. Now, best for set it and forget it savings account with high interest. Here's the Platinum Savings screenshot. Here's the Savings Connect and a couple of other features that CIT has to offer. And that brings us to our fourth option, and that is Discover. I just talked about Discover here on the channel a couple of days ago. Now, I do want to mention that if you want to delve a little deeper into any of these accounts, I suggest that you go into the channel and learn more for yourself. Right? I'm here giving you the quick highlights overall, what you got to know whenever you are choosing these high-yield savings accounts. All right, so Discover, it's simple savings, good APY. Currently, they offer in 3.4%. It's not the highest one out there. But as I mentioned previously here plenty of times in the channel, it's not all about the interest. There's also other things like familiarity, trust, and sometimes, hey, a couple of hundreds of points in your savings account is not really going to outweigh the way you really end up feeling about an organization, right? It's all about that trust, familiarity, and who you want to choose at the end of the day. So they do have an account bonus as well. So it seems like, hey, everybody's offering an account bonus nowadays. It seems, I think it makes sense because now we're going towards the end of the year, and also in the beginning of the year next year. Those are the prime time for people rebalancing their finances and making choices to choose another bank. And so I see what they're doing here. At least that's my perception. Anyway, so $150 for at least $15,000 and $200 for at least $25,000. Some of the pros with this organization, it's an okay APY in the world of high yield savings accounts. It's not the highest one out there. They do have credit card services available. The Discover It credit card for cashback is actually very good. And they do have ATM access and good bonus, right? The cons is that you do get up to 6 withdrawals per statement cycle. And if you're somebody that you want to use your high yield savings account and make multiple withdrawals and use it kind of like a checking account, then maybe, just maybe, it's worth considering not a high yield savings, maybe a cash management account would be better for you. But hey, that's just something to keep in mind. So if you want to set it and forget it, then these high yield savings accounts are best. So it's best for anybody who already has Discover products and wants to just keep it all in one place. That's the way I personally see it. I had a friend who told me he did just that a couple of months ago. So, which makes a lot of sense, right? Like sometimes, hey, you just want to stay with somebody that you are already banking with. Okay, now here's a couple of other features and details on the Discover. And that brings us to our fifth option, and that is Marcus by Goldman Sachs. And the current interest of this organization is 3.65%. The bonus that you have with this option is that you can earn an extra 0.25% APY for 3 months if you have a referral link. So the pros with this organization, the best one I want to say is that you can get transfers up to $100,000 the same day. I recently just tested this feature a couple of days ago, and I started the transfer around 9, 10 a.m. and it got to my account at like 3 or 4, I think 6 p.m. So it took a couple of hours. It's not like Zelle that it takes minutes, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. And it's pretty good. I didn't transfer 100K, but it was very helpful to get the money right there because I needed to make a payment for taxes. Believe it or not, go figure. These vehicle taxes, man. Anyways, so with that being said, when it comes to the cons, now we do have the APY could be higher. It's not the highest one out there. It's not the most enticing, and there's also no ATM. So who is it for? I believe this account is best for anybody who just wants to stay simple, basic savings account, set it and forget it, who also wants to be connected to the brand of Goldman Sachs. Like I know, like Goldman Sachs, obviously like huge in the financial space. And when I first started using this account a couple of years ago, this is one of the accounts that I use, by the way. SoFi is the other one that I use. I wanted to sign up with them because of the name, So that right there shows like, hey, it's all about who you want to really start a relationship with at the end of the day. Okay, so which one would I choose nowadays? Now, for most people, I want to say I would choose SoFi, and that's because of the bonus of $300. It's also competitive with CIT. The main difference I notice is that this has a lower barrier to entry in order to get that $300. Also, 4.5%, the highest rate up for 6 months, and it's also a full financial hub, right? It's got everything that you gotta have in your banking system. If you want simplicity, on the other side, maybe Barclays is also a good option. They offer it 3.9%. If you're already a customer of Discover, then Discover could be a good option for you as well. And if you need quick transfers same day up to 100,000, then hey, Marcus, it's a good option as well. And you will be trading a little bit of that APY for that convenience. And for many people, hey, they might be okay with it. You want to take advantage of the 4.5% by SoFi and a $300 bonus, or Barclays or Marcus and Discover. There's going to be links in the description that you can take advantage of. They do support the channel and the time and energy I invest into making these helpful videos for you. With that being said, thank you guys for being here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.